Okay, good morning, Miranda. How are you all, my dear children? Hope all are fine. Okay, coming to our social studies, in the last chapter, we discussed about the thematic maps. Before learning the thematic maps, we discussed about the physical maps and political maps. Okay, what is mean by physical map? Okay, physical map is nothing but it shows the physical divisions of plains, plateaus, mountains and rivers. And also we discussed about the political map. Okay, what is mean by political map? It shows the political divisions of villages, mandals, districts, states and countries. Okay, this is about the political maps. Coming to the thematic map, we discussed thematic map is nothing but it shows only one aspect. It focuses only on one aspect. It is called thematic maps. For example, we discussed the distribution of rainfall and rice growing states in our India comes under the thematic maps because it shows only one aspect. Okay, coming to that. Next, we have land use map also. Land use maps. What is meant by land use maps? Okay, land use map is nothing but which show how the people are using the land. For example, if we take any one village, in the village we can see some land is used for pasture, means grazing. Some land we have cash crops, we have the food crops, and some part is for schools and some part is for worship. Okay, we are dividing the land. If we have to make the map of village, then we use different kinds of symbols, colors and different patterns to show how the peoples are using the land. They given the box very important. For example, light blue color is for tanks, rivers, ponds, etc. And dark blue color is for seas and oceans. Similarly, light green color is for grassland, dark green for forest. And next, I told yellow is for cropped area and for plateaus and swampy regions. Dark grey is for mountains and light grey is for hills. This is about the topic which I have told. And next, we discussed about the population map. How we can make the population map. Okay. I told draw the sketch map. Draw the sketch map of our school and the classrooms. And for every 5 students, you keep one line. This one line indicates 5 students. One line indicates 5 students. While you are drawing the sketch map, don't forget to write in the key box one line represent 5 students. Thus, we can calculate the members of our school and in every classroom. Similarly, we can calculate the density. I told the definition of density. What is the definition of density? Density means number of people per unit area is called density. Okay, I given the example also. If we take an area of the village, the total peoples are 1000. Total length is 10 square kilometers. Then density formula, number of peoples by square kilometers, 1000 by 10. Then for every 1 square kilometer, how many peoples are there in that area? 100 peoples are there. Similarly, I told the density of India 382 and density of Telangana 308 according to 2011 census. Census means counting the peoples. Told about the symbols. Some common symbols are called conventional symbols, and I draw the symbol of everything. I draw a symbol of bridge, masjid, church, temple, and dam symbol, and abbreviations also PTO, PO, RS. These are the symbols which are using in the maps. Coming to the today topic about the relief features on map. About the relief features on maps. First of all, you have to know what is the meaning of relief. Already you studied about the meaning of relief in the 7th class. Okay? Relief is nothing but means the high and low areas. The high and low areas on the surface of earth is called on the surface of earth is called relief of a region. Okay? The high and low areas on the surface of earth is called relief of a region. For example, mountains are very high. The earth is not same. The earth is not same everywhere. We have the mountains are high and we have the valleys, plains, plateaus, etc. are the relief features of our world. Okay? While you are preparing the maps, you can show the scale, you can show the symbol. Then how you can show the height of Mount Everest? Then how you show the height of a temple or height of a city or village? It is impossible to show the height in a map. Then our geographers, our map makers, done one solution for the problem. They done how we can keep the heights of different places in the world. We are using the heights by using the contour lines. Using the contour lines, we can show heights in a map. Okay, up to now what I told about the relief features. What is the relief? The high and low areas on the surface of earth is called relief of a region. Mountains, valleys, plains, plateaus, deserts, etc. are called the relief features of our earth. Okay, contour lines also you studied in the 7th class. Contour lines means the line joining places with equal heights. Okay, the line joining places with equal heights is called contour lines. Okay, contour lines are also called isolines. Contour lines, the line joining places with equal heights is called contour line. Okay, you know already the heights are measured from the sea level. Why we are measuring the heights from the sea level? Because the level of the sea is same all over the world. That is why we will measure the heights sea level. Okay, next. Contour lines are drawn at fixed intervals. For example, 20-meter contour line, 15-meter contour line, 100-meter contour line, 150-meter contour line. Okay, for in the map, for every 100-meter, 150-meter contour lines, we are using different colors to show different contour lines. If we show 100-meter contour line, then we will use the color of red color. If we wanted to show the 150 meters contour line, then we will use the different colors. Okay, is about the contour lines. Wherever the contour lines are far, then represent the gentle slopes. If the contour lines are far, it represents. If the contour lines are far, it represents gentle slopes. You have gentle slopes. You have in the textbook also for the gentle slope. Wherever the contour lines are far, it represents gentle slope. Wherever the contour lines are near, it represents steep slope. It represents steep slopes. Equal line shows equal slopes. Next is about the contour lines. Contour lines. While you are showing the heights on a map, we use the contour lines. What do you mean by contour lines? The line joining places with equal heights is called contour lines. If the contour lines are far, then it represents the gentle slopes. If the contour lines are near, it represents steep slopes. If the contour lines are uniform, it shows uniform slopes. Okay, what do you mean by relief? The high and low areas on the surface of earth is called relief of a region, plains, plateaus, mountains, valleys, rivers, etc. About the atlas. Okay, very important. Atlas, a collection of maps is called atlas. By using the atlas, you can get more and more information, more and more useful information regarding different places in the world. Atlas means a collection of maps which are arranged with different themes. By using the atlas, you can get a useful information of different places in our world. Okay, coming to the next topic about the aerial photography. Next, aerial photography. Aerial photography is a technique taking photographs of the ground from the elevated position, means from the high position. They are taking the photos of the ground using the helicopters and air balloons. Okay, aerial photography are not maps. I'm saying once again, aerial photography are not maps. Aerial photography is nothing but taking photographs from the high position by using the aeroplanes, helicopters and air balloons towards the ground. They are taking photographs of the ground. Aerial photography is not the maps. Satellite imagery are the photos of the earth which are taken by artificial satellites. Okay, what is mean by artificial satellite? Man-made satellites. Okay, what? Scientists are launching the vehicles to the space. PSLV. Okay, what is the full form of PSLV? PSLV. Polar Satellite Launching Vehicle. Okay, Polar Satellite Launching Vehicle. Okay, who was launching our most ISRO in our country? ISRO is famous in launching the vehicles. Okay, ISRO. ISRO. Indian Space Research Organization. Who is the chairman of ISRO? Shivan. Shivan is the chairman of ISRO. Important. Who is our new election commissioner, state election commissioner? Partha Sarathi. Imagery is the photographs of the earth which are taken by the artificial satellites launched into the space. Okay, why the satellite imaginary? Okay, for the planning purpose and for meteorologists means Vatavaranam, and for warfare about the wars between the countries, and about the forestry. Aerial photography is a technique of photographs of ground which are taken from elevated position by the aircrafts, helicopters and air balloons. These are not maps. Similarly, satellite imaginary is a photograph of Earth which are taken by the artificial satellites launched into the space. But these are used in many ways by warfare, meteorology, forestry and for planning. Okay, this is about the lesson. Okay, your first lesson, reading and analysis of maps are completed. Okay, what I told you today about the relief and about the contour lines, about the atlas, about the aerial photography and satellite imaginary. 5 topics, small topics I told today. Coming to the first of the lesson, we discussed about what is the difference between photograph and map. Map shows real features, but photograph does not show real features. For example, if you take the distribution of rainfall can be seen by using the map, but photograph does not show distribution of rainfall, climate, people languages spoken in that region will not show. Cover the next map down the edges. We discuss about our Indians. Okay, there will be a prehistoric painting in where in Madhya Pradesh, and our Indians told that we have 7 islands which are surrounded with 7 seas. Our India is in Jambudvipa, which is the centering place Mount Meru within the center of the map. And Aryabhatta in the 5th century used the concept of latitudes and longitudes. And in 17th century, Sadiq Isfahani prepared an atlas by using the concept of Central Asian map makers in Mughal times. And we discussed about the Sumerians and Babylonians. In the 4,000 years ago, Sumerians means Iraq people prepared the maps. Why they prepared the maps? They have a large part of the land, they have to keep safe, and they have to get income of the temple land. Income from the temple land. To keep the account safe, they prepared the map on clay tablet. Similarly, we discussed about the Babylonians, means Iraq people only. In 2600 years ago, they prepared the map. They told the Babylon is in the center of the map, and they represent the map into 2 round discs. The inner disc represents the villages, marshes, mountains, etc., and outer disc represents the salt water or bitter water, and have 7 triangular oceans. What the Greek geographers Anaximander, Hecataeus, of Miletus, Herodotus, they prepared the maps from the latitudes and longitudes. Greeks also have similar ideas of the Babylonians also. Greeks prepared the maps and they kept Greece is in the middle of the maps, and they represent 3 continents: Asia, Libya, which is in Africa, and Europe. Try to find out a set of where the midday occurs in the same place, and they represent that line as a longitude from north to south. Similarly, draw the latitudes connecting places which had equal length of shadow from a east to west. They try to draw the longitude by using the where the bit occurs in the same time all over the world. They call that is the meridian and draw the latitude by connecting the places where the shadow occurs in the same time. But this took almost 2000 years. For accurate preparation of latitudes and longitudes took 2000 years. Ptolemy giving the correct information about Europe and near the countries and near to the Europe countries, and he given correct information about the sailors and traders who visited different countries. But coming to the Asia continent, he showed India is smaller than Sri Lanka. Okay, again about the Al-Idrisi prepared the maps, and Arab scholar Al-Idrisi prepared the map in 1154 CE to their king. He given complete information about Eurasia and northern part of Africa, but he does not give him about the information about the Africa South and Southeast Asia. And he done the wrong is he showed north is in down of the map and south is in top of the map. According to the Bible also, they represent three continents, Asia, Africa and Europe, and they kept Jerusalem is the birthplace of Jesus Christ, which considered as the largest and important place. While Europe and Africa kept the bottom of the map. And 15th century is called age of discoveries. Why? Because in non-Arabic countries we have German school, English school, French school was happened. At that time the Arab blocked the trade to India, and Western Europe countries like Spain, Portugal, etc. tried to discover the new sea route to India. Then Christopher Columbus went towards the west side and discovered the American continent. Similarly, Vasco da Gama discovered the sea route to India. And we discussed about the father of Dutch cartography, Gerardus Mercator. We are using the maps because of Gerardus Mercator only. Colonization, exploration, military use also. When European powers colonized the North America, colonized the South America, Asia continent, okay, they have to know the climate and peoples and the minerals which are present in those countries. They sent some peoples to prepare the maps about that countries, and the map makers crossed the rivers, deserts, and they prepared the maps. This information helped to colonize more and more, to colonize that countries. When British established the colonial rule in India, they wanted to prepare the maps. Then they kept the department called Survey of India, who is the Survey General. James Rennell appointed as the Survey General, and he prepared the based on the maps. In 1802, William Lawton prepared one of the most important surveys, started from the Chennai towards the north. At last, George Everest did the survey. Mount Everest is named after him only. He calculated the height of the Mount Everest in a scientific method. And also we discussed the use of maps in our times, how we are using the maps for trading, sailing, fighting wars with the countries, for the industries purpose, for agriculture purpose, for building the dams, etc. We discovered thematic maps, physical maps, political maps, and land use maps, and what is population, what is density maps, how to prepare population maps and density maps. And next we discuss about the land use map. Also we discuss about different colors represent different areas. Forest we use dark green, and grassland light green, etc. And discuss about the symbols, conventional symbols are called, some common symbols are called conventional symbols. And next we discuss about the relief, the high and low areas on the surface of earth is called relief. And next we discuss about the contour lines. The line joining with equal heights is called contour lines. If the contour lines are far away, it represents gentle slope. If the contour lines are near, it represents steep slopes. If the contour lines are same, it shows same slope. And we discuss about the aerial photography is a technique of photography which is taken in a height position by using the aircrafts, helicopters and air balloons. Aerial photography is not a map. And next, satellite imagery is a photograph which are taken by using the artificial satellites into the space. These are used in many ways. For warfare, forestry, meteorology, etc. This is about the lesson. Hope you understood very well. Thank you for watching the first lesson. Whatever the important I told, you underline in the textbook and prepare a short notes. And let's check it the keywords. You have to tell your own. Okay, thank you.